Hello guys, in this video we'll see how to solve a complex problem regarding related to SQL or related to SQL query using AI. Here we are using Codex as a AI agent. Okay, now just look here. Now let me tell you. Okay, so first of all, here I'm trying to solve a database problem. You know, database means it is the combination of schemas, tables and columns. Also, it is also we are talking about a relational database management system. If it is we are talking about a relational database management system, that means it's about primary key and foreign key relation between the tables. So if you see this slide, here we are talking about 5 schemas, 40 business tables, 241 approximately columns and 42 foreign keys. Okay, so the important part is here. Now let me go to the next slide. Next slide is just imagine I have my data transaction or my customers are doing everyday transactions, right? So my data is keep on growing. I want to see how my database data is generating, or you can say how my customers behaving, or you can say how my customers are doing transaction on my application and it is recorded in the database. So what you can do, you have to be an expert to get the database reports related to SQL queries. You should be very good at SQL queries. You should be also very good about the business, right? What the customers are doing and all. So it is a very time consuming process. What I mean, to get the reports what my customers are doing on my database or my on my applications, it is a very complicated process. You have to, some SQL developer have to understand all the details about your columns, tables, schemas, relation between the tables. It is a very complicated task. So what we are doing here, we are trying to simplify this problem statement by using the AI. Okay. So now, before one person should understand everything, or SQL developer should understand everything by spending a lot of time and all. Now they will not think about that. They will just tell, hey, I want who is my na, best customer from last 13 days, who my golden customer, like who is buying more product from me. So before, to get that report, before, right, someone should write the SQL query by manually. Now it is very easy. You just tell simple in English statement and you will get the queries, you will get the reports. In the next slide, you will see here why manual SQL takes time. Because first of all, you should know the tables. If I am go to my previous slides, you can see here how many tables are there. 40 business tables are there. It's a very difficult to identify 40 business tables, and it's 241 columns, and it's relation between the tables. It is very difficult. For that reason, manual SQL query, SQL takes time to understand the tables, columns and relation. Read columns is very difficult. Identify the join queries. Joins means relation between the tables. Write SQL query, then debug the result. I don't know whatever I am writing whether might will be work or not work. Again you have to debug. It's a very time consuming process. For that reason, what I am doing here, what we are achieving here. So first of all, right, just imagine, suppose you are a human being, right? You are a SQL developer. What you need to write a SQL query, you should have all the information about your database, tables, columns and schemas, right? Same thing for AI also. You will act as a agent. Agent means it is a replacement for a human. For that reason, we should have a knowledge base for AI. That knowledge base should have all the database details. Sorry, not database details, all the data details means your column, tables, relations. For that reason, you can see here, these are my schemas. One schema is called sales, inventory, analytics, HR. All these schema details, table details, I am storing into a file called schema underscore catalog.sql. Here, your data, your column, your relation, everything is present here. Is this clear? Because this is the only knowledge base for your AI. AI will read this catalog.sql file to generate the report or to generate the SQL queries dynamically. Otherwise, AI is also not God, right? AI should have some information about your data part. I mean, data part means your tables, columns, and everything. Then in the next slide, if you go to the next slide, the problem statement, right? Find tables, read columns, trace join, write SQL query, debug result is a very complicated task. It takes time. It is doable. I'm not telling it is not doable. Now it is now it can be simplified by the AI. How it will be simplified? Simply, you should have a knowledge base. In that knowledge base, all the table, your relation between the tables, your schema, everything should be there in the somewhere in the knowledge base. Then AI can understand it. It can generate the dynamic SQL query instead of writing a human by reading everything. It's a very complicated task. Okay. So the important part is here what we are solving here. User user means it can be a support engineer, it can be a developer, it can be a business analyst, anyone who is interested on my data. They will simply write the user question in a very plain English statement. Then my AI, what it will do, it will go to my knowledge base that is trained by me. That is trained by whom? That is trained by me for AI. Then AI will understand the user query. Also, it will map with your knowledge base. Then it will start writing the SQL query by its own. And second thing is, it can be safe because I can instruct AI don't use any write operations, only do the read operations. Also, what it can do, it can give you, it can execute that dynamic SQL query against the database. It can return the result for you. Correct? Now, previously user was doing everything. Now, what user just will write a simple statement. Hey, I need last 30 days sales report. That is enough. That is enough. But now, just imagine before AI, I am a sales guy. I need that entire report. I have to tell to a technical person. I have to approach to a technical person. Technical person will take 2 days. Again, I'll get the report. Again, I'll go to my customer. It's a very difficult task. Now, look, salesperson also can execute the SQL query by the help of what? AI. This is the beauty of the AI. Now, the next statement is where this can be used. This problem statement, what we are solving here, where you can use. This can be used in the auditing. Auditing means find payments. Like my audit team they can see who is really paying for my product and all. It can be also used for operations. It can also used for support engineers when there is any production incident is happening. Also, it can be used for my developers. Also, I can see, I can make a data quality pipelines, whether my record is proper or not, whether customer phone number is just valid or not, whether when the customers are coming to my system, they are providing the proper information or not. That can also I can implement. Also, I can leverage this for ML feature engineering point of view. Who are customers are interested for me? Can I give a offer to them? Who can leave my system in next 30 days or 2 months? That can also I can predict. That I can predict by using ML algorithms. This is the beauty about this problem. Okay. Now let me go to my system and show you few problem statements written by the users. So you can see here use case. Just look your use case. It is just written in the simple English statement. Support team wants one view of customer orders, payments, payment status, invoice total, and shipment status. This is completely the data SQL related task, right? Now look here. This AI is automatically generating the SQL query for you. If you will tell, hey, I need that report, give me the report. This SQL query can be run against the database. Which database? You can, if you'll see here in the left side, this is my database. You can see my schemas, everything is there. I can run this SQL query against the database. It will not give you the SQL query. Also, you can leverage this problem, this product to run against the database. And here you can see that there is another use case I have written here, right? Operation team wants to find orders where payment is completed but shipment is still pending. Do you think they are writing an SQL query? No, they are just writing the human requirement. I need this. Automatically the SQL query is generated by the AI. Then we can run against the database, we can get the results. Okay, so this is the high level overview about this problem. If you guys are really interested, we are conducting the regular classes of this. You can contact with us, then we can implement this entire project from the scratch. Okay, thank you guys. If this is really help you, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel. Thank you guys.